looks like we're gonna finally get things going here tonight. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have the 5-3 West Sioux Falcons hosting the 0-6 Sheldon slash Sibley Ocheyedan Orbs. West Sioux coming in winning their last two over BHRB and Unity Christian, both respectable teams. Orbs coming in losing a close bout to the Boyd and Rock Valley Nighthawks 2-1. Both teams could use a win tonight. Earlier this year, these teams met. The Falcons came out 6-0. We'll get things going tonight. West Sioux, player to watch, number 11, Omar Rivera, junior midfielder. Rivera has a heck of a leg on him, supports the Falcons defensively. He can impact the game like no other can. He can boot the ball downfield, the total opposite direction of what it is. We'll get going right off the start. Looks like you're going to pass it back to teammate number 3, Noah Robinson. Over to Perez. Being kicked around now. Flores with it for West Sioux. Defender closing in on him. He passes it back to Fabricio Topete. He'll quickly pass it upfield for Tranquilino. Back to Mendoza. He'll kick it back upfield. Then it'll be picked up by Macias. Now Macias kicks it downfield for Sheldon. Right to Arias. Arias will pass it over. Province closing in for West Sioux. Disrupts it. Omar Rivera now clears it away. Quickly stolen by an Orb. He's with it now, Arias. He'll pass it over to Bautista. Bautista to Robinson. Now upfield, nice pass to Escobar. He takes a shot and he will score. Nice goal there early by Sheldon Sibley Ocheyedan. Perfect attack, nice pass there. Just sets up an Anthony Escobar shot and he converts. That'll make the score 1-0 in favor of Sheldon Sibley Ocheyedan early on in this game.
Rivera kicks it downfield. Excuse me.
Off the start, Flores will kick it back to Isaac Topete, over to Alan Flores, back to Fabricio Topete, defender closing in. He kicks upfield, stolen by Robinson. Robinson now makes a pass up to Isaiah Blanco. It'll be kicked out of bounds by a Falcon defender. Now quickly to throw it in is Bautista. Upfield for Robinson. Defender chasing Fabricio Topete. He'll let it roll out of bounds. West Sioux will take over. Fabricio Topete throws it into Mendoza quickly. Robinson there for the Orbs. Fabricio Topete clears it downfield for West Sioux. Headed by Perez. Alan Flores battling for it. Stolen now by Arias. Bautista battling for it. He'll keep it going up to Arias. Tries to dump it off to a teammate, Escobar. Now they're pressuring forward once again. Ernesto Flores will just come grab it, the goalkeeper for West Sioux. Now he's looking for his teammates to get downfield before he boots this one away. He does. Nice kick. Past midfield.
Tranquilino with it, battling out with Batista. Kicked out of bounds by number 2, Perez. Topete throws it in for Topete. Colton Ford kicks it upfield, headed by Perez. Perez with it. Back to Batista, back to teammate Batista. Mendoza to Flores. Up to Tranquilino. Good defense there. Tranquilino back to Flores. Good defense over number 17, Arez. Batista with it. Passes over to teammate Martinez. It'll be out of bounds. Wesley will take over.
Cervantes throws it in, headed by Alan Flores. Defender chasing, saves it for the Orebs. Escobar with it now, pass it back to Bautista, now upfield for Blanco. He won't get to it in time. They'll let it roll out of bounds. Fabricio Topete to throw it in for the Falcons. He does so upfield to Tranquilino Flores. Tries to make a pass, but ends up going right to the defender. Now we're going the other way. Fabricio Topete tries to kick it back for West Sioux. Tranquilino Flores passes it over to Alan Flores. Now he's upfield. Jonathan Flores chasing after it for West Sioux. They'll let the goalie come and pick that one up. Looks like Doug Lamacias, the freshman for the Orebs. He'll kick it downfield now. Nice kick, past midfield. Omar Rivera with it for the Falcons. He boots it down the other way. Tranquilino tries to head it. He whiffs. It'll end up right back to Macias' hands. He'll throw it in now once again over to Martinez, I believe. He passes it back to Perez. Perez has a little bit of room to run. He passes it forward now to Escobar. Nice defense by the Falcons. Isaac Topete with it off number 10, Bautista. Looks like they're going to call hands. They'll let Rivera, our player to watch for West Sioux, take the kick. Like we said, he has a heck of a leg. He can boot it all the way to the goal from here. He goes to take the kick. It looks like it is going to be a nice kick. It'll go right into the hands of Macias, but still a nice kick by Rivera. Macias quickly upfield to Escobar. Escobar passes it over to Bautista. Bautista with it now. He'll pass it upfield. For Escobar, he'll chase after it, won't get to it. Ernesto Flores boots it away. Colton Ford coming after for the Falcons. Now Fabricio Topete kicks up in the air. Headed by Arias, then cleared out by Omar Rivera. Jonathan Flores chasing after now for West Sioux. He taps it up. He's still coming after it. Macias gets to it first. Now he'll boot it over to Bautista. It'll end up out of bounds. Bautista will throw it in. Bautista up to Robinson. Robinson makes a move. Passes it over to Escobar. He tries to pass it back to Bautista. Defense is there. They'll pass it back even further. Bautista with it. Now over to Arias. Arias makes a move. Passes it to Escobar. A little bit of room to run. Sees defender out the right side, closing it. Looks like Matthew Myers with it. He'll take a shot off balance, so it'll end up too far right and out of bounds. Nice attack, though, by the Orbs early.
Ernesto Flores kicks it downfield. Tranquilino with it. Got cleared out by number 7, Batista. Mendoza with it. Will be cleared out by number 10, Batista, the Orbs. Tranquilino with it. Good defense there by number 2, Perez. Perez with it, going down the field. Kicks it downfield toward number 11, Escobar. Escobar with it. It'll be out of bounds. West Sioux will take over. Topete throws it in for Mendoza. Got stolen there by Lopez, number 17, Arez. Arez with it. It'll be out of bounds on Marco Mendoza, Oreb's ball.
Arias throws it in now quickly stolen and kicked the other way by Rivera. Tranquilino kicks it up. Brother Johnny chasing after it. Defender there. And Perez. Looks like it'll end up rolling all the way down to Macias, the goalkeeper. He'll quickly pick it up and kick it the other way. Over to Meyer. Defender closing in Province. Now Alan Flores kicks it the other way for West Sioux. Jonathan still chasing after it. Looks like it was trying to be cleared out by Martinez. Deflects off Johnny Flores and will end up out of bounds. Sheldon to get to kick it away now. Looks like they'll let Perez take it. Perez boots it towards midfield. Teammate there in Arias. He lets it go for Blanco. Over to Escobar. He's moving with it now. He gets tripped up. Nothing's called. Blanco still with it. Passes it over to Robinson. Nice defense there by Mendoza. Robinson has to pass it back to Bautista. Alan Flores defending. Bautista tries to make a pass backwards for Martinez. Martinez with it. kicks it upfield. Teammate there in Blanco. Blanco passes it over to Escobar. Now he's got a little bit of room to run. Gets tripped up at the last second by Omar Rivera. He looks like he's hurt. Ball still being kicked around. Meyer with it for the Orbs. Now Cervantes tries to clear it the other way. Province with it. It's going to end up out of bounds, I believe. Nope, we're still playing. Over to Robinson, too far. It'll end up out of bounds in favor of the Falcons. Rivera still doesn't look fine. Still limping. Tranquilino Flores with it now for West Sioux. He'll pass it back to Fabricio Topete, who clears it downfield. Jonathan Flores chasing after it. He won't get there in time. It rolls out of bounds. Sheldon to throw it in. Looks like to let Bautista throw it in. Bautista into Robinson. Ford tries to clear it. Ends up whiffing. Escobar making a move. He'll pass it downfield for Blanco. Cleared out by Omar Rivera. Now the Orbs have it around midfield. Ford battling for it. Looks like Arias will come up with it. He gets tripped up as well. Now we're going the other way. Alm Flores tries to pass it over to Province. He whiffs. Rebounds it. Tries to pass it back. Rio Lopez battling for it. The Orbs come up with it. Now Province steals it. Jonathan Flores passes it over to his brother. Headed back to Jonathan. 3 defenders close it in on him. Tries to make a move. Tries to find Province, but nice defense there by the Orbs. Now we're going the other way once again. Omar Rivera with it. Blanco chasing. Looks like it's going to get close to out of bounds. And Rivera corrals it and kicks it back the other way. Once again, cleared the other way by Martinez for the Orbs. Blanco with it. Cleared away once again by Omar Rivera. Tranquilino chasing after it. He won't save it from going out of bounds. Takes out his frustration. Kicks it even farther out of bounds. Now we're going to go back the other way. Bautista throws it in. We're going to have a stop and play. Looks like we have a couple subs coming in. Rivera will take a seat. He's still a little bit shaken up. Bautista throw it in now. He does to Escobar. Defender on him. Tries to pass it up to Robinson. He saves it from going out of bounds. Passes it back to Escobar. Makes a nice move around to Pete. Now he's going to size him up. Tries to get around. Takes a shot. Ernesto Flores is sitting right there patiently waiting for it. Nice defense. Now Flores quickly back upfield. He threw it in for Tranquilino. He tries to save it from going out of bounds. Can't do so. Bautista to throw it in for the Orbs.
Batista decides on Batista. Number 17 errs with a good defense by the Falcons. Cervantes passes up for Tranquilino. Tranquilino to his brother Jonathan. Good header there by Tranquilino. Will be out of bounds. Orbs will take possession. We kicked right out of bounds. West Sioux will take over. Great field position. Mendoza and for Flores. Good defense there by Batista. Perez with it to Batista. Batista upfield toward Robertson, intercepted by Mendoza of the Falcons. Lopez with it back to Mendoza to Ford. Ford upfield. Good defense there by Batista. Rigo Lopez will just kick it out of bounds. Orbs will take possession. Robertson to throw it in.
Robertson throws it into Bautista. He'll pass it over to Arias. Nice defense there by Lopez. Now number 6 with it, Martinez. A couple defenders there for West Sioux. Martinez still with it. It'll end up out of bounds. West Sioux will take over. Nice pressure there by Province and Lopez. Now Lopez to throw it in. Upfield for Jonathan. Jonathan tries to get to it. Cleared out by Perez. He's with it now. Kicks up in the air. That one will end up out of bounds. West Sioux still in possession. Deep in the Oreb territory. Looking to tie the score up here after an early goal by the Orebs. He throws it in. Nice pass. Tranquilino tries to head it in. Deflects off a defender. Now we're going back the other way. Fabricio Topete collects it around midfield. Kicks it the other way. Kicked up in the air. Tranquilino chasing after it. He gets tripped up. Nothing called. Now Mendoza tries to get to it. Cleared out by Perez. Isaac Topete kicks it back towards center field. Forward with it for West Sioux. Kicks it the other way. Stolen by Robinson quickly. Now he passes it up to Bautista. Bautista upfield for Escobar. A little bit too far out of bounds. West Sioux takes over around midfield once again.
Topete throws it in for Tranquilino. Tranquilino with it. Passes up for Lopez. Good defense there by number 17, Arez of the Orebs. Robertson with it. Good defense by Mendoza. Escobar with it. Good defense there by Topete. Escobar made a great move. Cleared out of there by Fabricio Topete. Flores with it. Looking for a teammate. Sides on Mendoza. A little far there. Oraz will take possession. Number 7. Batista throws it in. Batista downfield. Good header there by Colton Ford. Ford down to Lopez. Cervantes with it. Kicked out of bounds. West Sioux will take over possession.
Looks like we're going to have a substitution. Rivera looks good. Gets back into the game for Province. Cervantes to throw it in for West Sioux. Cervantes now throws it in upfield for Jonathan Flores. Quickly stolen by Martinez. Orbs try to pressure. Looks like Blanco's coming our way. He'll pass it over to Escobar. A little bit too long. Picked up by Ernesto Flores. He searches for a teammate downfield. Boots it away. Past midfield. Nice kick. Upfield. Almost gets past the defenders, but now cleared downfield by Alan Flores. Jonathan Flores waits for it. Tries to pressure now. Can't get to it. Tranquilino Flores with it. Tries to take a shot. Deflects off of Oreb. Now Rigo Lopez is chasing after for the Falcons. He comes up with it. Passes it back to Dylan Cervantes. Headed by Meyer. No one in clear control. Now Alan Flores comes up with it. He tries to make a pass upfield for Jonathan Flores. Intercepted by the Orebs. Now Arias is with it, making a move towards the Falcon direction. He gets tripped up by Fabricio Topete. Cervantes with it. Nothing's called. West Sioux's going the other way. Defender closing in on Lopez. He steals it. Passes it over. And cleared out by number 2, Perez. Back to midfield. Robinson with it for the Orebs. Goes around Topete. Flores chasing. He tries to pass it. 2 defenders there. They'll stop him. Fabricio Topete tries to kick it downfield. Mendoza tries to save it. Can't get to it. Out of bounds. Sheldon deep in West Sioux territory. Bautista to throw it in. Bautista into Escobar. Back to Robinson. He kicks it towards the goal. A little soft. Takes one bounce, ends up in Ernesto Flores' hands. Once again, 21 minutes left here in the first half. As Flores boots it up, headed by Arias. Bautista. Arias is with it now. He passes it back to Bautista. Now Reyes with it, clears it back the other way. Arias with it, makes a move around Rivera, passes it off to Bautista. He'll pass it back to Perez. He kicks it down, headed by Cervantes. Arias comes up with it. He'll pass it up to Blanco, then cleared out by Fabricio Topete of West Sioux. Once again, Sheldon, Sibley, Ocheyedan deep in West Sioux territory, looking to score offensively. We're going to have a couple substitutions, it looks like, or just one substitution, Blanco comes out, I believe. Myers throws it in now for the Orbs. Nice pass to Escobar. Back to Robinson. He takes a shot. Ernesto Flores gets to it in time. Nice stop there by the Falcons. Flores now boots it up and away. Past midfield. Tranquilino Flores is there. He tries to collect it. Defender closing in. Bautista makes a nice move. Passes it up for his brother. It'll be too long. Looks like Macias, the goalkeeper, will end up just coming with it and booting it away fast.
Be headed out of bounds by number 22, Meyer. Will be thrown out by Cervantes. Flores with it. Marco Mendoza with it. Will be tripped up by number 7 of the Orbs, Batista. Free kick. Will be a free kick for Tranquilino. Tranquilino takes a shot, headed out of bounds by an Orab. That kind of felt good. Mendoza will throw it in. Mendoza tosses it in there.
Ooh. Fabricio Topete takes a shot there. Off the throw in by Mendoza. Deflects off a defender, almost ricochets in, but ends up out of bounds. Looks like the Falcons will have a corner kick. They'll let Flores take it for them. Falcons look to tie things up here before half. Flores takes the kick. Up a little bit too long. Headed in by Fabricio Topete, but nice save there by Macias of the Orbs. He quickly corrals it and boots it past midfield up to Macias. He heads it, trying to get past the defenders. Cervantes closing in. Gets there, sizes him up. Nice move. Cervantes kicks it away. Tries to be corralled back in by Arias, but it'll end up right and out of bounds. Ernesto Flores will get to kick this one away. Falcons fail to convert offensively down there, but not a bad place to be. As Flores boots it to midfield. Rivera there, chasing after it. Defender gets to it first, and Perez, he'll kick it too far and out of bounds. Wester throws it in again. Mendoza. Upfield for Rivera. Gets by him. Jonathan Flores comes up with it. Two defenders there. Gets by the first. Second steals it. Now Rivera makes a nice move on Bautista. Tries to pass it forward or advance the ball, but as he does that, he kicks it too far. And it's corralled by Macias. He kicks it the other way now for the Orbs. Missed header there by Escobar. Mendoza chasing after. Tries to save it from saving out of bounds, but nope. Orbs ball. Escobar throws it into Bautista. Stolen by Lopez. Now up to Rivera. Bautista gets tripped up trying to steal the ball from Rivera of the Falcons, and looks like we're going to have a tripping call on Rivera. Now a free kick for the Orbs. Reyes up to Arias. Trying to get by Cervantes, but he clears that one out.
Looks like Meyer will throw it in. Meyer throws it in. And it'll just end up in Ernesto's arms. Flores looking for a teammate. Kicks it downfield toward Jonathan. Rigo Lopez with it. Try getting it to Tranquilino, but kicked out of bounds. Number 15, Reyes. Be kicked way downfield by number 6, Martinez. Ernesto will just come up with it. Oh, jeez, excuse me. Flores with it. Rivera with it. Passes to Lopez. And we out of bounds. Looks like we got a Falcon down. Alan Flores. Looks like Preston will come in for Alan Flores. Orebs will kick it downfield. Header there by Topete, then by Ford. Number 11, Escobar with it. Passed it up for number 5. Macias. Rivera with it. We'll send a missile upfield. Mendoza with it. Trying to get it to Rodrigo Lopez. Good defense there by the Orebs. Meyer with it up to number 11, Escobar. To Macias. And goal number 11, Anthony Escobar.
Yeah, it looked like it was a race to the ball there between Ernesto Flores of the Falcons and Fabrizio Topete of the Falcons against Macias, the freshman.
Orebs up 2-0, looking for the first win of the season.
13 minutes, 40 seconds remain here in the first half. The Orbs lead 2-0.
They're really dominating this game. West Sioux beat them pretty good now. Looks like they're going to try to do that as well.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier, Sheldon / Sibley Ocheyedan players to watch. Number 18 or 7, depends on home or away games. Adam Bautista, freshman, 2 goals on 5 shots. He's a young player looking to continue his impressive season tonight. As a player gets tripped up, we'll quickly go again. Bautista passes it over to Arias. He kicks it a lofter up to the goal, reeled in by Flores. Now we're going back the other way. Flores kicks it up. High kick past midfield. Tranquilino Flores tries to get to it. He does. Defender's coming from behind him as he passes it upfield toward his brother. It's going to be headed by an Orab, I believe. Goalkeeper chasing after it, won't get to it in time. Now want to get out of bounds. Looks like it will be a corner kick for West Sioux, I believe.
Looks like Colton Ford will go take a seat as Alan Flores comes back out. Rivera to take the corner kick. Rivera kicks it. Headed by Lopez.
Ooh.
Jonathan Flores sends a missile in. It'll go off the crossbars.
It's not that West Sioux can't get to where they want to be offensively. They just haven't been able to convert here so far. Now it looks like the Orioles will boot it downfield, headed by Rigo Lopez the opposite way. Now we're going to go back downfield. Orebs want to call for hands. They won't get it. Now Bautista with it for the Orebs. Kicks it downfield for Meyer. Cervantes tries to get to it. He does. Back upfield for Providence. Defender closing in on him. Looks like he's going to be called for shoving. The Falcons will once again have a free kick. Looks like Alan Flores will take the kick. Moving the Falcons down. Coach Steve Topete trying to get aggressive offensively here. Flores takes the kick. Headed by an Oreb, once again by Providence of West Sioux. Once again by Mendoza of West Sioux. Rigo Lopez goes to take a shot, deflects off a defender. Clear it out. Alan Flores tries to get to it. He does. Tries to go around Meyer. Still battling for the ball. Cervantes over to Providence. Can't get to it. Now kick downfield by Arias. Fabricio Topete there. To Allen. Flores stolen by Meyer. Flores gets back to it. Bautista tries to come steal it. Can't get to it. Over to Rigo Lopez. Tries to pass it over to Omar Rivera. Defenders there for the Orebs. Nice defense. Deflects off Rivera, and then Meyer will kick it away. Cervantes gets back to it. He'll kick it back downfield for Jonathan Flores. Pass it over to Lopez. Gets tripped up. The ball ends up out of bounds and looks like we're going back the other way. Nice defense by the Orebs. Bautista quickly throws it in to Bautista, back out of bounds. Looks like Mendoza will throw it in now for West Sioux.
Colton Ford looks like he's coming in for Preston Providence. Mendoza looking for a teammate. Sides on Trincolino. Trincolino will header it into Batista. On Flores with it. Back to Dylan Cervantes. Cervantes back to Flores. Flores up for Trincolino. Good defense there by the Orebs. Macias with it. Ford stole it. Rivera with it. Pass it up for Lopez. Cleared out of there by number 15, Rees. Macias with it. Defended well by Topete. Topete kicks it upfield. Right to an Oreb. Robertson back to Macias. Will be kicked out by Topete. Will be a corner kick for the Orebs. Looking to get another score on the board. There is to kick it in. Kicks it toward Batista. Header there by Colton Ford. Robertson. Take a shot, little high there. West Sioux will take possession. Flores kicks it downfield. Topete with it. Kicks it downfield. Right by number 2, Perez. Perez with it will be kicked out of bounds Orabs will take over. Perez throw it in. Or excuse me, Batista.
The Orbs will take over. It looks like it'll be a kick, free kick once again. Martinez looks like he'll kick it away for the Orbs. Martinez kicks it away to midfield. Masius with it. Tries to pass it over to Robinson. Mendoza there. Passes back to Fabricio Topete. He kicks it upfield for Isaac Topete. Back to Mendoza. Then stolen by Bautista. Bautista back to Martinez. Now upfield we go. Fabricio Topete comes up with it for the Falcons. He passes it over to Tranquilino Flores. Defender there. Tries to make a pass, stolen by Escobar. He'll pass it back to Bautista. Upfield to Escobar. Over to Bautista. Over to Martinez. Now they're going to pressure. Escobar has it. Tries to make a pass over to Meyer.
He's offside.
Gets deflected, but it looks like Ernesto Flores tries to get to it. He gets tripped up, but they're going to call tripping. Falcons take over. Flores looks to go quickly. He boots it downfield. Rivera there. Over to Jonathan Flores. Nice defense there by the Orbs. Looks like Perez will pass it up. Escobar passes it back to Martinez. Jonathan Flores closing in. Getting physical. Colm Ford clears it downfield. No one home for West Sioux. Looks like it'll roll right back out of bounds. Bautista throws it in quickly to Perez. He kicks it up in the air. This one will head straight out of bounds. West Sioux will take over again around midfield. Mendoza tries to get it to Rivera. Two defenders there. Kicked up in the air. Jonathan Flores trying to get to it. It'll be picked up by Rosas. And kicked now back the other way. Fabricio Topete. Stolen by Bautista. Makes a nice move around Jonathan Flores. He'll get tripped up. Nothing called. Up to Meyer. Cervantes there for West Sioux. Stolen by Tranquilino. Passes it over to Alan Flores. Back to Dylan Cervantes. Now upfield to Jonathan Flores. Headed. Looks like it'll roll right into the hands of Rosas. He throws it in quickly to Bautista. Stolen by Mendoza. Rivera with it, excuse me. Stolen by Isaac Topete. Robinson there for the Orbs. He makes a nice move around Topete. Tries to make another move, but good defense this time by Topete. Robinson getting back. Passes it over to Mendoza. Upfield for Rivera. Defender closing in on Bautista. He kicks it up and over. Alan Flores tries to get back to it and take a shot, but this one ended up left and long. Picked up.
Falcons can't get anything offensively going for them this first half. Cervantes with it. Kick it downfield. We kicked out of bounds. West Sioux will take over. Good field position. Flores throw it in. Flores throws it in. Great defense there by the Orabs. Lopez will take a shot, a little high. Orabs will take over. Orbs will kick it downfield. Tranquilino with it. Pass over to Ford. Number 11, Escobar with it. We'll get it up for number 17. There it is. Will be out of bounds. Good block there by Ernesto Flores. The Orabs will have a corner kick. Looks like Meyer to kick it in. Meyer will kick it in. Good header there by Trincolino. And number 15, Reyes. Try taking a shot. No good. Flores to kick it out.
Minute 40 and counting left to go in the first half. Flores boots it downfield for Alan Flores. He'll kick it upfield for Cervantes. He'll pass it back to Fabricio. Defender closing in. Orabs will steal it. Meyer upfield for Macias. Looks like offsides is going to be called, but nice pressure there by the Orbs. Falcons looking a little bit sluggish offensively here so far. Trying to get things going. Ernesto Flores. He'll take it out. I believe he's going to have a free kick. Looks like he'll let Fabricio Topete kick it away. Under a minute now. Fabricio Topete. Downfield. Tranquilino Flores is the closest one. It'll be headed back to Colton Ford. He tries to move it. Flores there, along with Martinez for the Orebs. He tries to kick it back downfield. It'll be called out of bounds. Western trying to pressure here with 30 seconds left to go. Flores to throw it in. Has to do so quickly. Time ticking. Flores up. Looks like he stepped on the line, I believe. So it'll end up just being Sheldon's ball. Or they're going to make him redo it. Excuse me. Flores now in for Jonathan Flores. Whiffed by Martinez for the Orebs. It'll end up back out of bounds. 2 seconds, 1 second. Time looks like it'll run out before Jonathan Flores can get this corner kick off. We're going to go into halftime. The Orebs up 2-0 over the Falcons. And they're looking for their first win so far this season.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the second half. Orbs up 2-0 on the 5-3 Falcons. Colton Ford will header it. Robertson with it. Back to Batista. Robertson with it. Good defense there by Colton Ford. Mendoza will steal it. Kick it upfield for Trincolino. Trincolino back to Flores. Will be kicked upfield by number 15, Reyes. Lopez with it. Cervantes back to Lopez. Lopez back to Ford, intercepted by number 5. Macias with it. Intercepted by Cervantes. Cervantes kicks it upfield. Number 17, Aries, will kick it back downfield. Topete with it to Cervantes. Cervantes will kick it upfield. Looks like Batista of the Orbs will come to it.
Nice.
Good steal there by Johnny. Looking to execute.
Ooh, hands.
Questionable, no call there. Orbs battling it out. Batista will kick it upfield for Chambers. Chambers battling it out with Cervantes. Chambers back to Meyer. Meyer will kick it for West Sioux Rivera. Batista with it. Defended by Lopez. Batista back to Batista. Batista will kick it downfield for Chambers. Good defense there by Cervantes of West Sioux. Will be out of bounds. The Orbs will take over.
Martinez quickly throws it in to Bautista. He saves it from going out of bounds. Deflects off Topete of West Sioux. He passes it down to Tranquilino. Passes it back to Alan Flores. He makes a nice move. Tries to pass it up to Jonathan Flores. Martinez there. Now Macias with it for the Orbs. He'll pass it up for Chambers. Cervantes closing in. Chambers stops. 2 defenders there for West Sioux. He makes a couple moves, passes it back to Meyer. Meyer now upfield for Macias. He gets around a defender, and then he'll get pushed over by Colton Ford. It looks like he's had enough. He let the shoulder down. Macias doesn't like it. Ref coming in to talk about it. Looks like it will be a penalty kick, it looks like, for the Orbs. It looks like number 7, I believe. Adam Bautista, the freshman, will go to take the kick. He does. To the left side, and that'll be a goal for Bautista. Third one for Sheldon as they take a 3-0 lead early here in the second half. Nice offensive pressure there by the Orbs. Dumb mistake there by the Falcons to let up that kind of opportunity when you're already down 2 scores. Falcons have to get something going here soon or this game could be out of reach. Out of the break, Jonathan Flores passes it back to Omar Rivera. He kicks it back towards Jonathan Flores. It'll deflect off a defender and roll out of bounds. West will have it around the 30-yard line. Jonathan Flores hands it to Isaac Topete to throw it in. Topete throws it in down. Flores back to Topete. He passes it back to Flores. Back to Topete. Back to Flores. Defender there. It's going to be out of bounds. Flores quickly throws it in. Looks like the ref will have something to say about that. Looks like it will be the Orbs ball, same spot. They'll throw it in. Kick it in, it looks like, excuse me. Meyer to kick it away. Alan Flores passes it back to Manuel Flores. Nice defense there by the Orbs. Now Chambers with it. Good defense by Rivera. He passes it up to Alan Flores over to Tranquilino. Tranquilino now tries to get it to his brother. It'll be too long and be picked up by the goalkeeper for the Orbs.
Rebs will kick it downfield. Flores will just kick it downfield out of bounds. Number 6. Martinez will throw it into number 17, Aries. Aries with it. Good moves. Be out of bounds on Lopez. Or Abs will take over. Harris to throw it in. Throw it in for Batista.
Ooh. It looked like he made Rigo stumble there.
Robertson with it. Good move. Fabricio will just kick it downfield into Batista. Flores battling it out with Batista. Mendoza with it will just be out of bounds. Sioux take over.
Fabricio Tapete to throw it in now for Sioux. Tries to go to town. Flores comes up a little bit short. Stolen by the Orbs. Bautista tries to pass it over to Chambers. Chambers chasing after it. Ernesto Flores will just kick this one out of bounds for the Falcons. They're looking to go quick. Meyer passes it into Chambers. Isaac Topete there for Sioux. He comes up with it. Tries to make a pass for Jonathan Flores. Defender battling out for the Orbs. It looks like Martinez. He'll come up with it. Passes it over to Bautista. Stolen quickly once again by the Falcons. They'll let it roll out of bounds. Jonathan Flores will hand it to Isaac Topete to throw it in. We're going to have a substitution, it looks like. Looks like Raul Robles is coming in for Alan Flores. Rigo Lopez throws it in now for Jonathan Flores, headed by Martinez. Arias ends up with the passes back to Bautista. Now back to Reyes. Now upfield once again. Arias with it. Rivera there for Sioux. He passes it over to Topete. Meyer comes and kicks it away. Rivera still ends up with it. He tries to kick it downfield. Defender there. Raul Robles going after it. He kicks it downfield. Tranquilino chasing after it. He'll let up. Won't get to it. He'll roll out of bounds. Sheldon once again will take over. I believe Adam Bautista, the freshman, will throw it in. He does. Kicked up field by Perez, about to midfield. Two teammates there. Rivera heads it. Downfield to Jonathan Flores. Tries to make a move. Good defense all night long by the Orbs. Now Tranquilino's chasing after it. Adam Bautista with it. He clears it to about midfield. Touched by Rivera. Now we're going back the other way. Cervantes chasing after it for Sioux. He'll pass it over to Mendoza. Got a little bit scary right there. Mendoza passes past half field. Tranquilino makes a nice move. He tries to pass it to his brother. A little bit short. Defender get back in time at Reyes. Meyer with it. Stolen by Topete. He passes it over to Jonathan Flores. Tries to make a move. Good defense, though, by Martinez. Falcons will throw it in. Looking to pressure here. Topete over to Rigo Lopez. Tries to make a move. Good defense again by the Orbs. Arias to look like, but it ends up back out of bounds. Rigo Lopez will throw it in once more. Nice pass to Tranquilino. One defender there. Tries to center it, but can't. Picked up by the goalkeeper of the Orbs. He'll quickly go to kick it downfield. Up to Macias again. Now it's being kicked around. Falcons come up with it. Robles downfield to Tranquilino. Tranquilino over to Jonathan. Tries to make a move. Nice defense once again. Arias come back with it. He'll pass it up to Chambers. Chambers over to Meyer. Topete trying to chase him down. He does. He gets tripped up. Meyer coming back. Topete tries to make a move. Tries to get it away. Stolen by Bautista. Both teams trying to make some moves, but good defense by both teams. Now Sheldon moving the other way. Bautista with it. He'll pass it over to Robinson. Robinson passes it over with two defenders closing in on him. Arias passes it back to Bautista. He makes a nice move. Passes it over to Robinson. Robinson trying to go down the far sideline. It'll end up out of bounds. Dispute over whose ball. Looks like the Orbs will end up with it. Robinson quickly throws it in. Looks like that one's for Masius. Fabricio Topete there for West Sioux. It'll end up out of bounds. West Sioux to take over. Ernesto Flores will boot it the other way. Lets his teammates get back as he boots it down. Tranquilino there. Defender closing in. Off a couple heads. Rolling the other way. It looks like it may have brushed an opponent's hand. Tranquilino picked up on that. Told the ref. Now it looks like they'll pass it back to Omar Rivera to take the free kick. West Sioux looking to pressure offensively. Get one on the board here. Rivera goes to kick. Nice kick. Nice, perfect kick from about the 40-yard line as the goalkeeper for the Orbs couldn't get to it. Perfect positioning by Rivera. He puts the first goal in for the Falcons. This adds a little bit of fuel to the fire here. Think could get interesting. Perfect shot there by Rivera as right after he took that shot and scored, he looked over to his bench and started to hype him up. Maybe the Falcons could use this energy. Now we're going to go back to the break. It's going to be 3-1 Orbs. They'll pass it back to Bautista off the start. Looks like we're going to have to redo that. Officials didn't like what they saw. Masius will start. He'll pass it back to Bautista. Passes it over to Meyer. Meyer tries to advance the ball. Cleared out by Rivera. Jonathan Flores chasing after it. Gets by a defender. Flores still going after it. Getting shoved around by Martinez. Martinez ends up on the ground. It'll go the other way. It looks like shoving on Jonathan Flores of the Falcons. Martinez will kick it away now.
Martinez will kick it downfield. Kick back downfield by Rivera. Rigo Lopez tries getting a Tranquilino a little long there. Kick downfield by the Orbs. Fabricio Topete will kick it up for Rigo Lopez. Kick back downfield by Meyer. Fabricio with it. We'll just kick it out of bounds. Orbs will take over. Some subs for the Orbs. Robertson throw it in to number 11, Escobar. Escobar back to Batista. Batista take a shot, a little far right there. West Sioux will take over.
That was nice defense by West Sioux. May not look like it, but I feel like Flores left his body out there, so there's kind of no possible way that that ball could sneak in the goal. Flores boots it away now. Bautista chests it. Flores comes flying in for West Sioux. Tranquilino passes it up to his brother. Nice defense there by the Orbs once again. Perez passes it over to Chambers. Chambers upfield for Escobar. Defenders closing in for West Sioux. He'll pass it back to Bautista. He takes a second. Tries to get it over Topete, but he heads it. Tries to make a pass over to Manuel Flores. Back to Omar Rivera. Now upfield to Jonathan Flores. Bautista comes. He steals it once more. Now Rigo Lopez with the nice defense. He'll advance the ball. Jonathan Flores chasing after it. Martinez, he'll just kick it out of bounds. Falcons pressuring the Orbs once more. He'll let Isaac Topete throw it in. We're going to have a substitution. Province will come in, I believe. Looks like they'll let Rigo Lopez throw it in. Rigo tries to get it to Trank. It does. Nice pass. Two defenders there for the Orbs. Trank tries to save it from going out of bounds. Cannot do so. Nice defense for the Orbs, not letting West Sioux get even a single pass off. Now they're going quickly. Perez kicks it up to Arias, passes it back to Bautista. Bautista back to his brother, Adam. Now back upfield to his brother, Francisco. Back to Adam. He makes a move around Province. Picked up by a teammate. Looks like that's Escobar with it. Province battling. He can't come up with it. Escobar tries to advance the ball downfield. Two players running after for the Orbs. Neither of them can get to it. Picked up by Flores. He'll boot it the other way. Pass midfield. Nice kick. Tranquilino with a little bit of shove, it looks like. A little shoulder, but the defender's hand ends up touching it for the Orbs, and West Sioux take over at the 40-yard line. Last time this happened, Rivera put the ball in the back of the net, see if he can do it again. Rivera goes to take the kick. Nice kick once more. This one will end up out of bounds, a little bit too far right, but about the right power. Sheldon looking to go quickly again. 26 minutes left to go here in the second half. Kicked up, headed by Rigo Lopez. Chambers comes up with it. Tries to pass it back to a teammate. Nice pressure here by West Sioux. It'll end up out of bounds. Rigo Lopez will throw it in again quickly. We're going to get a substitution, it looks like, first. Alan Flores will come in for Mendoza. That'll shift Providence over to the other side. Lopez throws it in for Alan Flores. Still up in the air. Jonathan Flores goes to clean it up. Ricochets off defender. Orbs looking for a hands call. Looks like they'll get it. Province may have touched it. Now it looks like we'll go the other way once more. 3-1. The Orbs over the Falcons here. Now Perez goes to kick it downfield. Headed by Rivera to Alan Flores. Couple defenders closing on him. He tries to make a move. He'll pass it back to Rivera. Two defenders with him as well. Stolen now by Bautista. He passes over to Robinson. He'll go by Flores. Now Rivera there. He'll go by him as well. They'll end up getting tripped up. Ball end up out of bounds. Looks like it will be West Sioux's ball. Fabricio Topete to throw it in. Upfield for Allen. Headed right back out of bounds for the Orbs to take over. Bautista to throw it in. We're going to have a substitution, it looks like. We'll have to wait. Right back out of bounds. Orbs still in possession. Creeping towards the Falcons. Slowly but surely.
Batista to throw it in. Throws it in for teammate number 5. Macius. Rigo Lopez will kick it downfield toward the Flores brothers. Jonathan back to Alan Flores. Alan Flores kicks it downfield for Tranquilino. Tranquilino.
Oh.
Good save there. The Orbs will kick it back downfield. Fabricio with it. Battling it out. Alan Flores. Looks like Tranquilino's slow to get up. Looks like he's asking for a sub. Looks like Raul Robles. No. That's him. Raul Robles will come in for Tranquilino.
Flores boots it away for the Falcons. Flores goes for header, whiffs. Robles ends up with it, passes it over to Jonathan Flores. Again cleared out by the Orbs defense. Then back the other way. This one's rolling towards the out of bounds. Flores looks to get to it first, as he does. Back the other way. Over the head of a couple Orb defenders, Jonathan Flores comes up with it, passes it back to Mendoza. Mendoza over to Alan Flores. He tries to kick it up. This one will end up too far to the right and out of bounds. The Orbs will kick this one away once again. Looks like Perez will boot this one downfield. Mendoza heads it for West Sioux, passes it over to Flores. Defender there. Once again, nice defense by the Orbs. Now kick to about midfield, headed by Rivera. Macias tries to pass it over to Robinson. Now we got to chase after the ball. Rivera's going to get there for West Sioux. Nice defense by Robinson. He comes up with the steal. Rivera's not letting up. West Sioux's going to end up with it. Providence tries to clear it away. Picked up again by the Orbs. Arias with it. He'll pass it back to Bautista. He'll try to take a shot. This one will go high and left. Now back on the bounce. Flores will kick this one away. Flores goes quickly. This one, shorter kick to Alan Flores. Robinson comes to pressure. Flores gets by him. Makes Robinson fall. Still battling for the ball, Flores. Province there for West Sioux. Nice move there by Adam Bautista. Then cleared back the other way by Rivera. Battle for the ball. Looks like Martinez will just let that one roll out of bounds. Orbs take over. Martinez to throw it in. He does to Escobar. Escobar back to Bautista. Over to Robinson. Province closing in. Province comes up with it. Whiffs on a kick and then stolen by Macias. Over to Escobar. He's got room to run. Tries to go around a defender. Takes a shot. Defended well by Ernesto Flores. Picked up by Macias. Kicked back towards center field, but cleared out by Cervantes. Robinson tries to pressure once again. Rivera's there to clear it downfield. Once again, Martinez comes up with it for the Orbs. He tries to pass it back, but stolen by Alan Flores, who puts a nice move on Adam Bautista, just for it to be stolen by his brother. Those three going at it. No one really comes up with it. Now they'll pass it up to Robinson. Province chases. Robinson upfield for Macias. Fabricio Topete on him. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Orbs. Macias, I believe. Macias looks like he'll let Arias take the kick. Another freshman here for this young Orb team. He kicks it into Macias. Tries to kick it towards center field. Whiffs by Chambers, but nice pass there by Macias. Got it right where he wanted to be. Chambers just couldn't convert. And once again, Flores will kick it away. We're going to have a substitution. Looks like a couple of them. Ford will come in along with Rigo Lopez. And it looks like Province, along with Robles, will take a C as Flores boots it. Picked up by Robinson. Fabricio Topete chasing after it. He'll kick it off the shins of Robinson. It'll end up out of bounds. West Sioux in possession. Fabricio to throw this one in. He does up to over the head of Alan Flores. Bautista ends up with it. Mendoza going after it. He saves it from going out of bounds. Passes it over to Flores. Upfield for Rigo Lopez. Stolen by Adam Bautista. Now Flores for West Sioux's battling for the ball. Looks like Arias will come up with it for the Orbs. Arias now upfield. Too long for Chambers. Ernesto Flores will pick it up and quickly boot it away.
Flores downfield. Good defense here by Batista. Flores with it. Tries making a move. Stolen by Batista. Good moves there. Batista back to number 17, Aries. Aries will give it to number 19, Chambers. Aries will kick it downfield for Chambers, but a little long there, and Ernesto will come up with it. Flores boots it downfield in the direction of Rigo Lopez. We kicked in the air by Aries. Chambers with it. Defended by Topete. Topete upfield, good header there by number 2, Perez. Lopez with it, stolen by Batista. Stolen by Lopez. Will be kicked out of bounds by Batista. Will soon take over. Topete to throw it in for the Westwood Falcons.
Looks like we'll get Tranquilino back in, though.
That's a good sign. Flores with it, defended by Chambers.
Chambers to throw it in now for the Orbs. Upfield for Macias. Ford's there for West Sioux. He passes it over to Isaac Topete. Now back to Cervantes. Upfield for Flores. Tries to put a move on Batista. Can't. Nice defense. Rigo Lopez comes in. He gets tripped up. He looks hurt. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to have a yellow card. Possibly, yep, on Coach Steve Topete of the Falcons. He's upset with it. He thinks both players are getting pushed around. Or his players are, excuse me. It looks like Rigo Lopez is still down here for West Sioux. Remember, he came flying in trying to get the ball back. Got tripped up. Lopez will get up and walk it off, along with the help of a couple teammates. Looks like we'll get back to the game. West Sioux's still in possession. Rivera will have a free kick. West Sioux's still down 2 goals here with 15 and a half minutes left to go in the second half. Rivera goes to kick it away. He has 1 goal in the night. He kicks it towards the goal. There was a little bit left, but the goalkeeper went forward anyways. It looked like he did deflect it out of bounds, so West Sioux will have a corner kick. Looks like they'll let Flores, or Alan Flores that is, take it. West Sioux knows they got to go quick. Flores goes to take the kick. Nice kick. Looks like it was a couple inches from hitting the left side, or right side, corner of the goal. But it was a little bit too long and it rolled out of bounds. The Orbs will take over once more. It looks like Perez will kick it away. Perez to about midfield. Macias ends up with it. He'll get it deflected. Then Arias will pick it up. Upfield for Robinson. Defender chasing after him. Fabricio Topete for West Sioux. He'll kick it out of bounds. Robinson got tripped up.
Looks like number 5, Macias will throw it in. Throws it in for Escobar, defended by Rivera. Makes a good move. Escobar with it and was kicked out of bounds by Colton Ford. Looks like a corner kick for the Orabs. Looks like number 5, Mesius will take the kick. He'll kick it in, headed out of there by Colton Ford. Batista with it, battling it out with Flores. Escobar comes up with it. Good move. And good save there by Ernesto Flores. Flores will kick it downfield in the direction of Tranquilino. Tranquilino will header it downfield. Good opportunity there. Get on the scoreboard. Great defense by the Orabs. They've been playing great defense all night. Number 7, Adam Batista. And it'll be scooped up by the goalie, Macias. Macias will kick it downfield for Robertson. Robertson with it, defended by Marco Mendoza. Robertson will kick it downfield. Rivera will come up with it. Will be stolen by the Orabs and will be kicked out of bounds by Colton Ford. Orabs up by 2 with 12 minutes and 25 seconds remaining and still have the pressure going.
Macias will throw it in now to Escobar. Back to Macias. Defenders there for the Falcons. Macias will come up with it yet. Nice battle there. He gets tripped up. Over to Chambers. It looks like they will call tripping. Looks like the Orbs will have another free kick here. Falcons defense, if they want any chance really of winning this game, they need to stop here. 2 is a lot closer than 1. Or 1 is a lot closer than 2, excuse me. But now, the Orbs have a free kick. A couple Falcon defenders line up. They try to fake the Falcons out, but they don't fall for it. Or Ernesto Flores doesn't fall for it at least as he stops it. He'll kick it away towards Jonathan Flores. Trying to get it from, or save it from going out of bounds, but can't get to it. It'll still be Falcons' ball. Quickly upfield for Jonathan Flores. Isaac Topete now kicks it up in the air. Tranquilino trying to get under it. Goalie closing in. Nice box out. Nice defense. Box out move there by Perez. Keeps Tranquilino away. Lets the goalkeeper get to it and get away. He'll end up out of bounds for West Sioux.
Fabricio Topete throws it in for Marco Mendoza. Mendoza would header it downfield and kicked out of bounds by number 2 of the Orabs, Anthony Perez. Mendoza throws it in for Alan Flores. Will be stolen by the Orabs. Mendoza will kick it toward the goal. Great defense by the Orabs again. And it'll be kicked out of bounds by number 6 of the Orabs, Alan Martinez. Topete threw it in for Flores. Good defense, though, by the Orabs. Number 17, Ayers with it. Will be kicked up in the air. Looks like it'll be out of bounds. Or, excuse me, Mendoza saved it. Ford will kick it downfield. Number 5. Looks like we got a hands call. The Orabs will take over possession. Almost looks like the West Sioux Falcons are mentally defeated out there on the field.
Looks like Martinez will go to kick it away now. Rivera boots it back up in the air for West Sioux. Batista running under it. 2 Falcons close in. Both go for headers. Be passed around. Reyes with it. Upfield off Fabricio Topete back the other way. Now Jonathan tries to get to it, then cleared back the other way. Downfield by Martinez. Out of bounds. Cervantes will go to throw it in. Cervantes throws it in for Topete, right back out of bounds. West Sioux still in control. Upfield, no one home for West Sioux, stolen by Arias. Kicked it back the other way by Rivera. Tranquilino tries to come up with it, headed by Alan Flores. Then by Reyes. Flores battling for the ball, along with Escobar for the Orbs. Now West Sioux has an opportunity. Flores chasing after it. Jumps over the defender, can't get the ball back. Looks like he does here. He'll get tripped up now. Now Reyes will try to clear it out. It'll end up back out of bounds around midfield. Cervantes will throw it in towards Jonathan. He gets by the defender, but it was right back out of bounds. Orbs take over. Martinez throws it in for Escobar. Flores tries to come get it. Escobar gets by him. Now he'll kick it downfield for Macias. One defender to beat.
Offsides.
They're going to call an offsides call, but nice pass there by the Orbs to set that up. A little bit too antsy, though. Macias, the freshman, tried to get going. 7 minutes, or 8 minutes, we should say, remaining here in the second half. Falcons still down 2. Rivera goes to kick it away. Nice kick. Colton Ford trying to get under it. Headed by an Orab. Looks like that was Reyes. Then kicked up by Chambers. Now Ford with it. Can't get by a defender. Kick back the other way. Rivera's trying to get to it. He does. Kicks it towards Topete, headed by Chambers. Topete still fighting forward. Kicks it back towards center field. Ford running after it. Defender looks hurt. He drops to the floor. Robinson with it for the Orbs. One-on-one with Fabricio Topete. We're going to get a call, it looks like, against, not sure. Injury time, I guess. Looks like that was number 11, Anthony Escobar, the sophomore midfielder. He'll have to go take a seat, it looks like. He's a little bit shaken up. West Sioux will also send a sub in there, it looks like. Raul Robles will come in for forward.
Robertson with it for the Orabs.
I've never seen a drop ball. Is this a hockey game? What in the...
Flores will throw it out for the Falcons. Flores throws it for Trincolino, a little high there. Adam Batista will kick it downfield for Escobar. Escobar battling it out with number 3, the West Sioux Falcons. Manuel Flores will be out of bounds. West Sioux will take over. Topete throw it in. Topete will throw it in for Jonathan Flores. Defended well by number 15, Reyes. Reyes will header it downfield toward Chambers. Chambers will kick it toward Macias. Macias will try getting it to Robertson. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Good
nice
save
defense
there by Rivera of the West Sioux Falcons as Ernesto went to go get the ball. Really good defensive play there by number 11 of West Sioux, Omar Rivera. Macias will throw it in for Batista. Batista will kick it downfield toward Chambers, and looks like it'll end up out of bounds. West Sioux will take over.
Isaac Topete throws it into Cervantes for the Falcons. Cervantes kicks it up in the air. Raul Robles going after it. Defender closing in on Batista. Batista steals it. He gets tripped up, still with it. Looks like they will call shoving on the Falcons. Batista will leave it, it looks like, for Martinez to take the free kick. 5 minutes remaining here. West Sioux down 3-1. Orab still pressuring offensively. Martinez is going to take the kick. Ooh, almost a nice pass there to Francisco Batista, but a little bit too high. Batista couldn't get to it and out of bounds. Falcons now to go kick it away. Flores. This one will be on the ground. Upfield to Jonathan Flores. He'll pass it over to his brother. He's got one defender to beat. Perez is a nice defense all night long. Still bumping into each other. The ball will end up out of bounds. Corner kick, it looks like. Western's got to go quick here. 4.5 minutes left. Tranquilino goes to kick it in. Almost headed in by Jonathan Flores and Alan Flores, but this one will sail just a little bit left out of bounds. Now the Orbs with it to quickly go. Batista quickly downfield, stolen by Tranquilino. Will come back towards the Orb territory now. Passed over to Raul. Upfield for Jonathan. Cleared out by Martinez. Now we're going the other way. Chambers is chasing after. It looks like Ernesto Flores will let it roll. He'll get to it first. He'll kick it away. This one's picked up by the wind. Blanco comes up with it. Tries to pass it over for Chambers. A little bit too far. This one will roll out of bounds. Wesley will have it. Under 4 minutes left now. Cervantes throws it in for Alan Flores. Defender there is Escobar. He'll come up with it. Passes it over to Batista. Stolen by Flores. Batista can get back to it before passing it to his brother. He makes a nice move, but Raul Robles comes over. Batista gets tripped up as Tranquilino Flores comes up with it for West Sioux. He's got a defender to beat. Now 2 of them corralling him. They'll come up with it. Looks like they will be called for tripping. Tranquilino take the free kick, it looks like. Wester's got to go here. Letting his teammates get situated. Tranquilino goes to take the kick. It's a nice one. A little bit too high, about 2 or 3 feet over the goal, but nice positioning. Still a failed attempt there by West-Sioux. 2.5 minutes remaining now. Last time these guys played, remember West-Sioux won 6-0. Looks like Sheldon, Sibley, Ocheyedan has turned things around a little bit as they boot things away about to midfield. Where Blanco comes up with it. He'll pass it over to Macias with Rivera to beat. Tries to make a move. He'll pass it over to Robinson. Looks like Mendoza is playing nice defense. Robinson tries to make a move and take a shot, but comes up a little bit left and out of bounds. Now Falcons looking to go. Ernesto to kick it away. Stolen once again by Escobar. 3 Falcons there. Can't come up with it. Now Raul Robles with it for West-Sioux. He gets it quickly stolen from. Now Escobar with it. Goes around Rivera. Fabricio's still there. Last hope for West-Sioux. He'll pass it back to Robinson. He'll try to kick it in. Picked up by Ernesto Flores. Macias was there. Don't know if it was a pass or a shot. But quickly stolen once again by the Orbs. Martinez. He's battling out with Flores once more. Isaac Tepete looks to clear downfield. Deflects off of a defender of the Orbs. Jonathan Flores tries to save it from going out. He does. Up to his brother, Tranquilino. 2 defenders chasing after him. Trying to get around them. Tries to take a shot. He does a little bit. About 1.5 feet too far to the right. It'll go past the goal. And it looks like it will roll out of bounds with about a minute left. Falcons looking like this is just not their game tonight. Missed a couple big opportunities. And then we're going to have two players run into each other. It looks like it was Flores and Blanco. They both fall over. Now Flores, Alan Flores that is, quickly passes it upfield. Tranquilino running after it. It looks like Valverde will get to it first before kicking it away over the head of Chambers. Macias chasing after it. Cervantes coming for the Falcons. Trying to get around Cervantes. Nice defense there by Isaac Topete. Chambers coming after him. Chambers gets it away from him. Passes it over to Macias. Rivera there for West Sioux. He passes it back. To Batista takes a shot. really high and up and over the goal. And that'll be the end of the game. It looks like Sheldon, Sibley, Ocheyedan will get their first win on the year over the West Sioux Falcons 3-1 here tonight. Interesting game. West Sioux couldn't get any offense going, but still our defensive performance here by the Orbs as they move to 1-6 on the year. Falcons will fall to 5-4. We'll be back with you next time.